Okay, take note, saints. I want y'all to take note of this now. This is Genesis, chapter 18, verse 11 and 12. Genesis chapter 18, verse 11 and 12. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself. She said to herself, she laughed within herself, saying, after I'm waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old? Notice, saints, Sarah calls Abraham her husband. In the Hebrew, that's master. She calls him her master, not Lord, not English, not the English Lord. Lord is not there in the Hebrew. And master in the Hebrew is equivalent to husband. Okay? She calls him her master. But what I want y'all to take note of, saints, is how the word Lord here is in all lower case. And it's a title, not a name. Unlike what we see throughout the scriptures, you see Lord, capital L-O-R-D, Lord in all caps, which is not supposed to be a title. It's supposed to be a name there because that's where the tetragrammaton is placed throughout the scripture. I hope y'all are getting this. Okay. Okay, now this is Genesis chapter 18, verses 1 and 3. Genesis chapter 18, verses 1, 2, and 3. And the Lord, that's capital L-O-R-D, appeared to him, talking about Abraham, in the plains of Mamre. Note here again, saints, y'all see that? This time, Lord is in all caps, right? Why? Because it's not supposed to be a title here. When you see Lord capitalized, it's not supposed to appear as a title, but actually the tetragrammaton appears here. Y-H-W-H. See, the tetragrammaton has been replaced by the translators with Lord. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. The translators replaced the sacred name of the Creator for a mere title, L-O-R-D, Lord. And to make it even worse, L-O-R-D, Lord, is an incorrect title. The word Lord is a pagan title. It's the equivalent of Baal, which leads to Baal worship, which we're going to deal with that in a future lesson. Anyway, let's look at verse 3. Let's look at verse 3. And said, my Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight. Here we see Lord spelled capital L, lowercase L, O-R-D. Capital L, lowercase O-R-D. You see that? Lord is spelled capital L, lowercase O-R-D. Why? Because it's a title here. The translators knew that a title belonged here. See, and it's actually supposed to be master, not Lord, not Lord. Lord is equivalent of Baal. which I say again, it leads to Baal worship. Anyway, it's a title here. That's why it's not capitalized. I hope this is making sense to you, brothers and sisters, because you really need to know why I absolutely refuse to read the scriptures as it is written by the translators with pagan names and titles added to the text. I refuse. We read here in Exodus chapter 20, verse 7, thou shalt not take the name of Yhwh, the Almighty, in vain. For Yhwh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. To read in the place of his most holy name mere titles in the place of his name is to take his name in vain. Jeremiah. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 52. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 52. Isaiah chapter 52 verse 6 reads, therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore shall they know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I. Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 21. Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is Yhwh. Ezekiel chapter 39. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 7. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 7. So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am Yhwh, the Holy One of Israel.